I hate speed painting because I'm really bad at it. Probably my best painted miniatures are my Dark Angels, and those took me bloody forever. But I can't sit here moaning about it whilst not doing anything, so I've put myself in a position where I have to paint 20 miniatures really quick. Modifius very kindly sent me the Fallout Faction starter set, and I lied to my friends and said that I've got everything all built and painted. I've got things built, I haven't started painting yet, and my game is this weekend. This absolutely isn't a tutorial. I'm going to panic and paint and see what happens. Maybe I'll learn something, maybe you will, but that's less likely. Not because you're dumb, but because I'm So it is 10:32 on a Tuesday morning. I've got Tuesday, I've got Thursday, and then I've got my game on Saturday. So I've got my operators in front of me. I've got 10 of them to do. Ideally, I want to try and get them done today. I think I'm just going to zenithal them, maybe spray them yellow because I always like that, and then I just need to go in and do the straps and the metals. Quite a lot of faces, some rubbish at faces, but never mind. I've just got to try and get them done. Let's get the airbrush out. Went in with my trusty Hydrogen Back Ultra with a black prime, then white over the top. Tamiya flat white thins down insanely well. I probably over-thinned it for my intended purpose here, as a few thin layers can still look greyish over black, so that took a bit longer to build it up to sort of a solid white in the areas where I wanted it to be. -1 speed points. Having the airbrush out already, I primed and did the pack too, just to save a bit of time. If, like me, you've watched the Fallout series, or maybe you played the games and want to continue that love into the miniature world, Fallout Factions Battle for Nuka World is a great place to start. For 85 quid, you can get the starter set, which I've got here, and that includes everything you need to start playing the game and building your gangs. You've got 20 hard plastic miniatures, you've got the rulebook, gaming mat, or poster, depending on how you're feeling. All of your tokens and scenery as well. It's cardboard scenery, so you can get that assembled in no time at all and get playing. So with Christmas just around the corner, maybe for yourself or a loved one, if you want to carve out your own slice of the wasteland, check the link in the description below where you can get a copy of Fallout Factions Battle for Nuka World. Right, so airbrushing's done for now. Got my zenithal on both teams, so quite happy with that. Took about an hour, maybe just over, but it's all done now. I'm going in with my operatives. I think I'm going to do yellow. I'm going to put the airbrush away now and go in with the manual brush, because I think that will save me more time in the long run. I think the results would look better with an airbrush, but I'd make more mistakes, have to go in and cover up more. So speed. Yes, that's going on next. Moving on just to regular paintbrushing, I'm using our Painting Phase brush set from Artis Opus. I think I used a size 3 for everything. Imperial Fist contrast goes on super nice. The issue I found is it looks crap over black. With anything that I'm going to paint yellow, I'd usually base the minis red or pink and then go over with a white zenithal. But I wanted to save some time, so just did everything black and white in the hope that it would be okay. The black or dark grey areas just kind of look a bit green, just not really very nice at all. But it's too late to change that now, and I will try and sort it out later-ish, if I can figure out how. Everyone got the snakebite leather treatment, boots, bats, some hair. I tried diluting some Gilliman flesh, but I couldn't really make it work, so just opted for straight out the pot, and then just sort of soaking up those pools once applied. Could look worse. Metallics next. For speedy metallics, I've always liked using Vallejo metal colour, and I know with metallics they look great over black. I've never put them straight over white before, so going in with steel, will it cover? Hell yeah. Next up, a wash. Always a bit of a risk, trying something new, but it's what I wanted to do, and I've got these AK Wargame washes. They're enamel, so you can kind of remove stuff afterwards. I really like streaking grime, but I thought that'd be a bit too extreme for what I wanted to do here, so hoping this would just be like a bit of a less intense version of it. I was desperate to try and cover that sort of black, greeny yellow, sick colour and hoping this would help. Put the wash on quite heavily and then going in with enamel thinner and a cotton bud to clean it off. The metallics look great, super happy with those, unsure about the yellow, don't know what I think about it. Whilst that dried, I used some shadow soil to do the bases. It is just gone 4 o'clock, well, nearly 10 past actually. I've got 20 minutes before I need to leave. Wash is pretty much there. Put the base on. I really want to add some kind of highlight to this somewhere. I think it will be best served on the metallics, so that's what I'm going to go for. If I do have any additional time, I want to do something with the yellow. Yellow over black is just horrible. I should have done pink, but never mind. Crack on, eh? Highlights done on the metallics. Use some ice yellow on sort of edges of clothes, trim and stuff like that. I think it's a bit too bright. I think I probably should have opted for some layering instead, just with a more of a sort of normal yellow tone, I think. Anyway, that's the operators done in about 6 hours. Okay, so my operators are done. That was all right. Got them done in a day. I'm now looking at the pack and I'm a bit nervous because they're very colourful and I think we'll just take a bit more time. A bit more details. They've all got like the teddy bear things on them and some of them have got stripy sleeves. I'm going to bin that off immediately and just try and get them done as quickly as possible. It is 10:48. Went to the gym this morning and just kind of regretted my existence. So starting a bit late, but let's crack on. Same leather for the boots. Looks like the pack have some kind of like animal sort of carcass on there, but luckily with my dudes, they're just all made out of leather too. Dark oak flesh for the skin, blood red speed paint for the armour on some of the guys, bits of green, sort of greyish green on the others, all speed paint again there. Something I never thought I'd say in a painting video, it's teddy time. Purple for big and blue for small. I realised with the rest of the details I could absolutely lose loads of time, so I just sort of restricted my palette to 4 colours to get everything done. Orange and yellow and then just some browns. Same base of material, wash, etc. So I'm just waiting for the wash to dry on the pack, so I'm just rimming the bases on the dudes that I did a couple of days ago, and then these are properly done. I've got about 2 hours left, so I'm just going to try and tart them up a bit. I'm not really sure where I'm going to start. They've got sort of like colourful guns on the artwork, so I might try and copy that. Definitely want to try and get some of the red highlights in there because that's quite a prominent colour. I'm not that fussed about highlighting the metallics this time because it's just the packs on their back. It's not as prominent as the operators. So yeah, I think I need to, I've got some time but not quite enough time to highlight everything, so I just need to try and go for what I think will be the most impactful. Definitely the red, maybe some colourful stripes on some weapons. We'll see what happens. Burnt orange for the highlight, sketchy in places, and then almost essentially sort of dry brushed over the trousers. At this point I just highlighted most of the same colours and then did some stripes on a wooden swordy thing. So it's time for the post-match breakdown. Whoop whoop. What did we take away? What did we learn? Well, each team took about 6 hours. Takeaway allowances for setting up some cameras and stuff. It's kind of like 30 to 35 minutes a model. My main takeaways, I don't think the Zenithal Prime was really worth it. Priming with white would have essentially served the same purpose for what I needed, or be better in the case of the yellow. I really didn't like that colour, especially the guy in the big yellow suit. I think he suffered from it the most. Most of the problems I had were because of the Zenithal, so I could have saved some more time and had better miniatures as well. The wash was alright, maybe a bit grimdark for my intended purpose, but at least I didn't have to paint over anything. Being able to remove stuff and change it after you put it on is great. So, speedy, yes. Looks wise, I don't know. I'm not sure I've a big revelation to share here. I've learned what not to do. I'm not going to win any awards or anything like that, but that wasn't the point of this. So I really don't rate my skill when it comes to poo painting, but I've got my minis done. I can play some games with some painted miniatures, which is better than playing with plastic, and I've learned a little bit as well. Friends don't let friends put yellow contrast paint over black. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all of our patrons for helping keep the lights on and your continued support, and thank you very much for Modifius for sponsoring this video again. Righto, off you pop.